Here we are.
Okay, I'm just in the process of arranging things. Let's get the other microphone. Wireless microphone. Okay, and video. Let's see if yes, we're in the right place. Okay, we're so to say ready. Ready as we'll ever be. Greetings to all of you from, what's the name of this town?
Šmrika.
Šmrika. What does Šmrika mean?
It's the name of a local tree.
Oh.
That's very nice.
It's the name of a local tree, Šmrika. We're just south of Rijeka, where we're going to be having Jagannath Ratha Yatra, Rijeka style, this afternoon. And I think we'll make our session Saturday Sanga a bit shorter today because of the other party that will come up later, where I'm at the home of Madhu Gopal Prabhu, who is just behind Mandali and Mandali Dasi, and we're grateful for being hosted here today and last night. And so, let's see. I still have to get the song organized. So, H. Yes. Okay, we have a song. Okay. I think I'm now I'm ready. Om Agyana Timirantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rūpa Kadamayam Tanati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yukta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rūpam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunātham Vitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitanscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa sindhubhya eva ca patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hey Krishna Karana Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, you're just in time. Hare Krishna. So, yeah. Okay, we have more live audience coming in. They're streaming in the door. People are lined up outside. They can't wait to get in. Breaking down the doors. No, not exactly. Giriraj is appearing. 2 forms, 3 altogether, plus Gornitai. All right. Shila Narottama Thakura ki jai. We're going to go through the song, which is Aksepa song number 2. Aksepa. I think I'll have to look up Aksepa. It's from kship, which means to throw. Aksepa. It must be long A. Aksepa. Well, we can look at that later. So, continuing with Prarthana, Srila Narottama Thakur's song book collection. And this song is called Hari Hari Kimor Karama Anurata. There's various seating options still here. Yeah. Okay. So first line, Hari Hari Kimor Karama Anurata Bishoy Kutila Mati Shat Sańge na hoilo rati kise taribāra patha. My crooked mind, Kutila Mati, delights in sense gratification, Vishaya, but not in the association of saintly devotees, Shat Sańge na hoilo rati. Why do I follow this dangerous path? Kise is the question word. Why? Aro, taribāra, patha, this dangerous path, taribāra. And ara is, I think in here it means continue. Why do I continue? Why do I still follow this path? Oh Lord Hari, how have I become so attached to materialism? Is translated as at the end, but it's the first line. Hari Hari ki Mora Karama Anurata. So Karama is a stretched out, and Anurata, rata means attachment, rati and ruchi, I don't know, these words kind of close to each other. And anu means ongoing. So ki is the question word. How have I become so attached? Anurata. And he translates materialism for karma. My karma. Why am I so attached to my karma? Why do I keep going on this track, aiming down to hell, I could say. Okay, verse number 2. Svarūpa, śunitā, rūpa, raghunātha, bhat, yuga, lokanātha, siddhānta, sāgara, śunitā. Whoops. What is that? Śunitā, something. Se sab kothā, ghucita monera bhatha, tobe bhalo hoilo antaraha. In the past, I continually heard the philosophy of Krishna consciousness from Srila Svarūpa Damodar Goswami, Srila Sanātana Goswami, Srila Rūpa Goswami, Srila Raghunātha Goswami, Srila Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and Srila Lokanātha Goswami, who is like, maybe we should say, who are like a great ocean of devotional truth. Siddhānta Sāgara. Sāgara is ocean, siddhānta is, conclusive truth. Siddhānta, the final perfection, you could say. By hearing their words, the pain within my mind subsided. Okay, so I think in the version I have here, the semicolon should just disappear and it would be śunitām. Śunitām se sab kothā. Let's say that's what it should be. And kothā means talk, discussion, can mean story. So having heard all of this discussion from them, from rūpa, sanātana, svarūpa, etc., ghucita moner bhatha. My mind, the pain within my mind subsided. Bhatha would be pain. Maner bhatha, the pain of my mind. Ghucita, it's subsided means it became less and became peaceful. And I attained an auspicious condition of life. Tobe, as a result, bhalo hoilo antara. Hoito antara. In the end, antara, everything became bhalo. Bhalo means good, happy, kubhalo. Jokon Gor Nitananda Advaitadi Bhakta Brinda Nadiya Nagare Avatara. Tokon na hoilo janma ebe dehe kibab karma micha matra bohi taribāra. Let's see what that means. Okay, the first part is easy. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, Lord Advaita, and the devotees who are their personal associates have descended from the spiritual world to the land of Nadia. But the structure here is jakon takon. So at the time that this happened, then something happened. That's the structure, jakon takon, correlative, relative. They have not taken birth as ordinary mortals do, na hoilo janma. Ebedehe kiba karma. Okay. They've not taken birth as ordinary mortals do. How wonderful are their transcendental activities. Kiba karma micha matra bohi. I don't know this bohi. Piribāra. Anyway, the translation, I am not like them, I simply trudge along, carrying a great heap of illusory materialistic burdens. Okay, bhara means burden. So micha, I think, is from mitya in Sanskrit, which means false. So matra, merely false, and I don't know, piri. Bahi Piri. Anyway, he's describing himself. I'm not like them. Takona hoilo janma. So Nityananda, Mahagora, Advaita, Bhaktavrinda, Nadia Nagare avatar. They're avatars. Their birth is not like my birth. Ebek dehe, in these bodies. Kiba karma. What is the question of karma? I would say something like that. And then last verse, Hari Dasa Adi Bule Mahotshava Adi Kore Na Harinu She Shuka Vilas Ki More Dukker Kothā Jonama Gowanu Brata Dick Narottama Das. He's cursing himself. So Haridas and the other devotees, Haridas Adi, traveled about, absorbed in a constant festival of glorification, Mahotsava Adi Kore, of glorification of Lord Krishna, but I myself was unable to see these blissful pastimes. Na herinu she shukavilas, these happy pastimes. Na herinu, I was not able to see. How sad is my tale. Ki more dukker kothā. So again, the word kothā, this translates as tale, story. Dukkha, a story of dukkha, of misery. Ki more. So here the word ki is a kind of rhetorical question. How, what a miserable story my story is. How sad is my tale? I have wasted my life. Janama gowanu vrata. Vrata means wasted. Waste, and janama means janma, and gowanu. I'm not sure exactly, but we have this in another song of Narottama, Hari Hari Bipale Janama Gowainu. They put an I in there, this Gowanu. I guess it means wasted, but then Vrita, have to see. And then finally, Dhik Narottama Das. Narottama Das says five, which is old-fashioned English. Nobody says five nowadays. It's sort of like saying curses, curses. So he's expressing his sadness at having not taken advantage of this teachings of svarūpa, sanātana, rūpa, raghunātha, patha, lokanātha. Raghunātha, bhat, yuga, the two bhattas, Raghunātha, patha, and Gopal bhatta. Like that. And he makes an interesting contrast. The associates, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates, their appearance is not like mine. Theirs is without karma, mine is with ordinary karma. Micha matra vahi taribāra. I'm just carrying this bhat, this heavy burden. Okay, we have a special little harmonium. Let's see how it goes. Where did you get this harmonium? In Mayapur.
In the little shop on the Sanga.
Okay. This has a flute sound. Okay, I have to change music on, and Ishadyan is going to play mridanga. Why not? We have any kartals here?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we have a whole band here. Okay, let's see. Hari, 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 ki Mora Karama Anurata. Hari, Hari, ki Mora Karama Anurata. Vishaya Kutila Mati sańge na hoilo rati Vishaya Kutila Vishaya Kutila Mati sańge na hoilo rati Vishaya Kutila Mati sańge na hoilo rati Kise taribāra patha kise taribāra patha kise, taribāra, patha, svarūpa, sanātana, rūpa, raghunātha, bhat, yuga, svarūpa, sanātana, rūpa, raghunātha, svarūpa, sanātana, rūpa, raghunātha, bhat, yuga, svarūpa, sanātana, rūpa, raghunātha, bhat, yuga, lokanātha, siddhānta, sāgara, lokanātha, lokanātha, siddhānta, sāgara, lokanātha, siddhānta, sāgara, śunitā, khatā, ghucita, manera, gata, śunitā, khatā, ghucita, manera, gata, śunitā, kothā, ghucita, manera, gata, śunitā, khatā, ghucita, manera, gata, তবে ভালো হয়তো আন্তা, তবে ভালো হয়তো আন্তা, তবে ভালো হয়তো আন্তা, যখন গৌরা নিত্যানন্দা অদ্বৈতারি ভক্তা বৃন্দা, যখন গৌরা নিত্যানন্দা অদ্বৈতাদি ভক্তা বৃন্দা, যখন গৌরা নিত্যানন্দা অদ্বৈতাদি ভক্তা বৃন্দা, নাদিয়া নাগরে Thara, Nadia Nagare Avatara, Thakura hoilo janma ebe dehe kiva karma, Lokanātha hoilo janma lokanātha hoilo janma evedehe kiva karma
Lokanātha hoilo janma evedehe kiva karma
Michamatra vahi piri bhara
Michamatra vahi piri bhara
Michamitra no Michamatra vahi piri bhara
Michamatra vahi piri bhara
Hari Dasa adi bole Mahotsava adi kore
Dasa hari bole Mahotsava hari kore
Hari Dasa adi bole Mahotsava adi kore
Dasa hari bole Mahotsava hari kore
Naherinu se shukavi la
Naherinu se shukamila
Naherinu se shukavi
Naherinu se shukamila
Kimor dukhera kothā janama goyuvrita
Mora dukhera kothā janama goyuvrita
Kimor dukhera kothā janama goyuvrita
Mora dukhera kothā janama goyuvrita
Dig dig Narottama Dasa
Narottama Dasa
Dig dig Narottama Dasa
Narottama Dasa
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Jai Shila Narottama Thakura ki Jai. Now, today I do not have Sitala Devi's book of Narottama Vilas. Musicians. Oh. Musicians are off. We just turned off all the musicians. But I do have a translation of the Narottama Vilas by the grace of the ISKCON Desire Tree website. And so what I thought is we can read a little from Narottama Vilas, which is one of the sources. I think there are two main books. Narottama Vilas is from, who's it from? Narahari Chakravarti Thakur? Could be, I think so. And so here we go. Where is it? Where here we are. Yes, here we are. And maybe to make this a little easier for translators, I will share the screen and we can all see. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Share screen. Should be this one. Share. Yes, there we go. All right. So I don't know if this would follow directly from what we were reading before. What were we reading? There was initiation. Lokanātha Goswami finally gives initiation. And that was it, huh? So, and then Narottama continues receiving instruction in Jiva Goswami's Sanga in his school. Okay, so I thought we could read from the third Vilasa. And this is telling the famous story of the adventures of Narottama, Srinivas, and Shyamananda as they transport these priceless gems in the form of shastras to Bengal. And there is a terrible misadventure along the way. All glories to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, Advaita Acharya, and all the devotees. And not Vishwanath, Narahari Chakravarti is begging, please bestow your mercy upon me. And he says, all glories to the listeners who are an ocean of mercy. So you all just got glorified by Narahari for listening. You are oceans of mercy. Did you know that? Are you feeling that way? I'm an ocean of mercy. Now listen attentively as I continue my narration. After consulting with all of the mahants of Raja, mahant is a word, I think it's kind of a rough, could be roughly translated as temple president, but maybe more than a temple president, because our idea in ISKCON of a temple president is someone who could maybe be replaced. I shouldn't say anything more. Temple presidents are glorious servants of the Lord. But the mahants are kind of, they're usually householders, and they're caring for these temples. They're in charge for the worship, and usually their families are caring for the worship. But it's a broader term, I think. A mahant is just anyone who is kind of an established elder, you could say. Yeah, maybe that's a better word, elder. They're the elders. So after consulting with all the elders of Raja, Sri Jiva Goswami determined an auspicious date for sending all the Goswami's manuscripts to Gauda. Now, Gauda is a geographical term, and it seems, as far as I know, to be a kind of flexible term. Can refer to what's now Bengal plus Bangladesh, so West Bengal and East Bengal. That would be Gauda, but possibly geographically also, I think, a larger area. But it's from this word that we have the word Gaudiya. Gaudiya is the adjectival form of Gauda. So Gaudiya Vaishnavism is Vaishnavism of Gaudadesh. It had previously been predicted by the Lord himself that these books would be distributed far and wide. Thus, Sri Jiva handed over all the precious manuscripts to Srinivasa Acharya, who was responsible for carrying them to Gauda. In this regard, Sri Thakura Mahashoy composed a famous shloka. Here, Thakura Mahashoy, I believe, refers to Narottama Das Thakur. Mahashoy means kind of like Mahatma, a great soul. In Bengali, Mahashoy. A famous sloka, when shall I see the abode of mercy, Sri Chaitanya Deva, who has distributed his power in two ways. He invested Sri Rūpa and others with the power to write devotional books, wherein priceless treasures of spiritual knowledge shine like brilliant jewels. And he has empowered Srinivas to circulate them. Thus, I worship the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Deva, who has manifested these two powerful mediums to shower his mercy upon this world. So this is the story of the origins of book distribution in the Hare Krishna movement. And of course, there were no printing presses yet in India, although in Europe, the printing press was starting to be used, right? In Germany, what was his name?
Gutenberg.
Gutenberg, yes. The Gutenberg Bible was a famous printing of the Bible. And it was quite a revolution in Europe. And the innovation of Gutenberg was movable type. I believe that was the thing. That you could, you could print a page and then you could take the type pieces and reuse them, rather than, because some printing had been going on, but the printing was, carved, one plate carved, and that's it. That's, not very practical. So with movable type, this was quite a revolution. And that was already in 1450, something like that. Now we're in India in the late 16th century, but there's no printing presses yet. Okay, Sri Jiva Goswami's knowledge and devotion was deeper than millions of oceans, although his outward expression was most stable. Inwardly, he was extremely emotional and greatly perturbed at the thought of separation from Narottama and Srinivas. Nevertheless, he calmly helped Srinivas to say goodbye to everyone and gave him his blessings to start for Goda at an auspicious moment. Yeah, it was, quite a major thing to travel in India. It was a major thing to travel anywhere in those days, Europe as well, I would think, but probably more so in India. What kind of roads were there? And there were bandits, and that's what they're going to experience. And when people went on pilgrimage, the mood was, maybe if the Lord is willing, we'll survive to come back home. People sometimes would go on pilgrimage, major traveling, some closer pilgrimage, some longer, some even further away. And then the family members who would stay back, it was like, hope to see you again, because there was no knowing. Affection, Lokanātha Swami handed over his dear disciple Narottama to the hands of Srinivas. Again and again, he instructed Narottama, always remember to serve the deities and dedicate your life to spreading the Sankirtan movement. I wonder which deities he was referring to. Narottama happily accepted these instructions as his life and soul, and Srinivas accepted the charge of Narottama jubilantly. That gives me the sense that Srinivas was older and Narottama was younger, possibly still quite young. Putting Shyamananda and Narottama under the care of Srinivas, Srijiva said, "From now on, these boys are yours." Yeah, it does give the sense that they were quite young, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He ordered, let's see, Jiva Goswami ordered Shyamananda first go to Gauda, then travel to Utkal via Sri Ambikapuri. So Utkal means present-day Odisha, and what was just a few years ago called Orissa. Odisha. Utkal via Sri Ambikapuri. And then there's in parentheses, it says, this is elaborately described in Bhakti Ratnakara. Bhakti Ratnakara was also written by Narahari Chakravarti Thakura. Thus, taking the blessings, and I should say Bhakti Ratnakara is telling the story of the generation of Mahaprabhu's followers after the first generation. So it's a kind of story of the Gurukulis. No, it's the next generation and how the movement continued after the Panchatattva, after the Goswamis and so on. Okay, first go to thus taking the blessings of all the Mahantas, they started their long journey to Gauda. The carts filled with the priceless treasures of books moved ahead, and 11 armed guards from Braja followed behind. With a disturbed mind, Sri Jiva Goswami accompanied the party to Mathura. The residents of Mathura greeted them ecstatically, and they rested there for the night. Their departure the following morning, however, was a pathetic scene. No one could bear to see them go. And then is a couple of sentences in italics. I don't know if that's the translator's summary or it's the original. After a long journey, Srinivas, Narottama, and Shyamananda finally reached Godamandala and headed through the woods, through the forest in the direction of Banabishnupur. In the midst of the forest, they came upon a village where they decided to halt for the night. Generally, they were extremely cautious about protecting the books at night. However, on this night, due to the desire of the Lord, they all fell sound asleep. Uh-oh. And now the trouble starts. Maybe we should stop on that cliffhanger. Yes, okay. Our live audience agrees that we should stop on that cliffhanger. Okay, Srila Narottama Das Thakura ki jai. Greetings and welcome again to those of you who have joined us a bit later. Always nice to see you. Today is Ratha Yatra Day in Rijeka. How many years this will be?
21 or 22.
Yeah.
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 21st, 22nd. Starting to lose track. So this will be the 21st or 22nd year of Rieka Ratiyatra. And it's, it's a, let's say, a kind of modest event. Of course, we know that all the demigods come, but we may not see them because we're a little bit dull. But it's not like Puri Ratiyatra with hundreds of thousands, or like Kolkata Ratiyatra, which is also packed. ISKCON's Ratiyatra. I've never been, but yeah. And so, yeah, as I said before, I think we'll stop a bit early today with our Saturday Sanga. So briefly, let's see if there's any news. Oh, we have Srinivas Mitra with us, a round of Haribols for Srinivas Mitra's initiation this last Sunday. That's already, yes. Srinivasa Mitra ki jai. Do we have any others who received initiation? They're all recovering from travel. So a few devotees came from Serbia and from Bosnia and Macedonia, all these remote places. And I think our new Brahmin initiate, Ramavatar, is probably busy with preparing for Rath Yatra. Yeah, just fine. I'm not sure why, but I'm only seeing one screen, although it says there are more online. I don't know how that works. That's so weird. Maybe it's, yeah, I don't know how that works.
Just click on another when it's the sign for this on the
Yeah, but it's not appearing. It's hiding from me. Maybe it's because it's such a hot day. Yeah, there's been a bit of a hot spell here in this part of the world. And for me, that's kind of the main message. The main show and tell is it's hot. And it's been hot. And so the brain works a little slowly. I can, whoops, I'm going to plug this in. I can mention, now my microphone is complaining it's too hot. Let's see. Yeah, this last week I sort of finalized one short article, which is going to be published in a kind of literary journal called Muse India. And it's an online journal and it's open access. And the issue in which my article will appear will be in September or October, or September and October. And the theme of the issue of the journal is Western impressions, I guess. I don't know exactly how they put it. Western impressions of spirituality in India, something like that. And so the guest editor of that journal, who is doing this particular issue, is a retired professor from the Utah State University, where Radhikaraman teaches. And it seems that he spoke with Radhikaraman and he suggested my name. So that's how I was asked to write this article, which is entitled Soul Work in Vrindavan. Yeah. It's short. It's just like 2,000 words, but it was kind of interesting to write. So I'll let you know when that comes out and share the link. Okay, that's my news. What news from all of you? Let's see. Some of you I see here online. We're going to be seeing in Singhachalam in a few weeks, right? Leela Mai Radha, are you also coming? Ah, she says, yeah. And I think, and of course, Sitarani. Of course, Sitarani is coming. And who else is coming from Hong Kong? So 2 others are coming. Rajarani, you said, is coming. And Lakshmi. Lakshmi is coming. Bhaktin Lakshmi. Okay. Esther, you're also coming. Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right. And Mathura Mohan, I think, is also coming. Yeah, and and some others of you are coming. Charlotte's coming, I think. Yeah. Rumor has it that Tia might be coming. Okay. Good. All right. Yes, and Madhupuri, you're also coming. And Anastasia and someone. Okay. We're gonna have a party. All right. What else? News, sharing, anyone? Any birthdays, any marriages, any let's see, we got messages here. Anandita Rama and Amara Chandra. Well, yes, I would think so, that you're coming. Mitila Jivani, are you here? Yes.
Yes.
I don't see you. Something with the screen is strange. There she is. Okay. Haribo. Congratulations, Mitila Jivani. Devi Dasi ki jai.
Jai.
She also officially joined the family after so many years. Yeah. Nandimuki, you wanted to say something? Or
Yes,
you're just
Guru
saying. Okay.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Please, blessings from devotees. My daughter, Madhavi Kishori Dasi, got married this Saturday
Oh, yes.
with Madhu Shrestha Das in Singhachalam. Yesterday they had the marriage, and Thursday was the Viva Samskar marriage. So please bless them all.
Blessings. Where are they now?
Here in Simachalam, they're busy cleaning up now after
Oh,
the
okay. Recovery after the wedding. Yes, congratulations to them both. Okay. All right. So,
She got married because we couldn't hear her.
oh, yes, there was a marriage, a wedding of Madhavi Kishori and Madhu Shrestha at Singhachalam. Yeah. Okay. All right. I suppose we could do some reading of Chaitanya Charitamrita. And for that, we go to Chaitanya Charitamrita. Let's see where we are. 1623, could that be right? No, I think we're later than that. 1638, that might be it. Yes, I think so. We are with Nimai Pandit. This is chapter Adi Lila, chapter 16, verse 38. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda. I might mention that I just finished 2 days ago reading the draft of the book by my godbrother, Yogeshwar Prabhu. I mentioned this book before, but I'll mention it again because I think it's very well done. It's called Golden Avatar. And it's what you might call a free creative rendition of the life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's based on the biographies, the traditional biographies, but it's in a way similar to Sitala's rendering of the story of Narottama, Das Thakura. So where there's something that's not described specifically, he may fill out the picture, so to say. But more than that, his specific purpose, he wanted to emphasize that Mahaprabhu, yes, he may be the supreme personality of Godhead, he may be Krishna in the mood of Radha, but he's also a human being. He's a human being with family relations, with friends, and with all of the challenges of human life, you might say. But he has a mission, and the mission is the Sankirtan movement. And he's an excellent writer. He's a very seasoned, very experienced writer. And he's a little nervous about this book because he's been kind of creative, and he's a little worried, what will devotees say? So he asked me to read it and give my comments. And I just reassured him. I just said, I don't know, whatever others may say, it's really good. And so that'll be another thing to look forward to. So I also made several comments of details which I thought he got a little mixed up. And he wanted that. Okay. Tomar kovita shloka bujite kar shakti tumi bhalo janna arta kimba saraswati. Your poetry is so difficult that no one can understand it but you and Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning. That could be taken either as a compliment or as an insult. So he's speaking with Keshava Kashmiri, also known as Keshava Bhatta. And Prabhupada says in the purport that he's speaking sarcastically, that he's intentionally saying something a little negative by saying, no one can understand your poetry. Ekashlokkerarta jodi Koronija muke shuni shabaloka tabe aiba bodosuke. But if you explain the meaning of one verse, we can all hear it from your own mouth and thus be very happy. Nijamuke, from your mouth. Shuni with that apostrophe means shuniya. Shuniya, having heard or hearing. Loka tabe payiba, we will obtain, we will get. What will we get? Boro shuki, shuke, we'll be very happy, we'll get great happiness. So he's kind of setting a trap here. So it's going to be very nice. Let us hear from you. Tabe digvijayi bakkar shloka puchila shotta shloka rekka shloka prabhuta padila. The Digvijayi, Keshav Kashmiri, inquired which verse he wanted explained. The Lord then recited one of the 100 verses Keshava Kashmiri had composed. Yeah. Shata shloker ek shloka prabhu ta podila. As I've mentioned before, many, many times in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu is referred to as Prabhu. Okay, now here comes the verse. Mahatvam Gangaya Satatamidama Bhati Nitaram Yadesha Shri Vishnas Charana Kamalot Ati Subhaga Tvitiya Shri Lakshmir Ivasura Narayar Archa Charana Bhavani Bharturya Shirasi Vibhavatyad Bhutaguna. Translation: the greatness of Mother Ganga always brilliantly exists. She is the most fortunate because she emanates from the lotus feet of Sri Vishnu, the personality of Godhead. She is a second goddess of fortune, and therefore she is always worshipped, both by demigods and by humanity. Endowed with all wonderful qualities, she flourishes on the head of Lord Shiva. But now is going to come Mahaprabhu's corrections. Criticism. E shlokararta kara Prabhu jodi baila Bismita haya digvijayi Prabhure puchila. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him to explain the meaning of this verse, the champion, very much astonished, inquired from him as follows. So the word puchila is the past tense of puchna, to ask. He asked, Janjavata prai amishloka padila Taramadya shloka tumi kaiche kante koila. I recited all the verses like the blowing wind. How could you completely learn by heart even one among these verses? Janjavata, the strong wind of a storm. Janjavata. Right, similar to Amishloka Parila. Tarumadya shloka tumi kaiche kante koila. So kante, the word for word says within the heart, but literally it means within the throat. And the idea is when you memorize a verse, it is kantasta. It is situated, it's fixed, it's installed, it's there, it's in your throat. You can just recite it without thinking. Kantasta. So he's saying, Kaiche. How is it? How is it possible? Kaiche kante koila. You did it. You memorized. How is it possible? To sambhav habe na. They might say in modern Bengali. It is not possible. Sambhav habe na. Prabhu kohe dever bore tumi kobibar. Aiche dever bore keho oe śunitā. The Lord replied, by the grace of the Lord, someone may become a great poet. And similarly, by the grace of someone, by his grace, someone else may become a great śunitā who can memorize anything immediately. So he's in a clever way, he's saying, you're blessed in one way by the Lord. It's not you, it's the blessing of the Lord. And me, I'm also blessed in a different way. Prabhupada has a longer purport here. Prabhupada says, to become a śrutidhara, one who can remember simply by hearing, is a great achievement for a student. In Bhagavad Gita 10:41, the Lord says, Yat yat vibhutimat sattvang shimat urjitam evava tat tat evava gacchatam mamate jongsha sambhavam. Know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. As soon as we find anything extraordinary, we should understand that such an extraordinary manifestation is the special grace of the Supreme Personality of God. Yeah, so Keshava Kashmiri is proud because he has this special ability, but he's forgetting why he has it. Shlokerartha koila viprabhaya santosh Prabhu kahe kaha shloke kiva gunodosh. Satisfied by the statement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Brahmin, Keshava Kashmiri, explained the quoted verse. Then the Lord, now kindly explain the special qualities and faults in the verse. Guna, dosha. Guna, which means quality. Dosha means fault. So shloka artha, he's explained the artha of the shloka, koila, viprapaya santosh. Then he was satisfied, santosha, by what Mahaprabhu had said. I guess it means he was satisfied by him saying, you've been blessed, I've been blessed in different ways. So he's taken that. But now he's saying, very good. Now tell me, what are the gunas and the doshas of your verse? And Keshava Bhatta is going to say, what? There's no fault. Viprakahe shloke nahi doshara abhas. Upamalankara guna kichu anupras. The Brahmana replied, there is not a tinge of fault in that verse. Rather, it has the good qualities of similes and alliteration. Anuprasa, alliteration. Alliteration means a repetition of a letter, like a syllable, a letter. If you repeat the letter ka several times in a verse, that's alliteration. Upama alankara. Alankara means ornament, and it can be ornaments on a deity or on a person, but it also means literary ornament. And upama means comparison, so simile or metaphor. And in Sanskrit, literary alankar, there are many, many different technical terms. Babu Kohen, Kohi Jodi Nakoro Horosh, Kaha Tomar Eshloke, Kiba Ache Dosh. The Lord said, my dear sir, I may say something to you if you will not become angry. No koroho rosha. Rosha means anger. Can you explain the faults in this verse? Pratibhar kabot tomar devata santoshe bhalo mote bicharile jani guna doshe. There is no doubt that your poetry is full of ingenuity. It's very clever. And certainly it has satisfied the Supreme Lord. Yet, if we scrutinizingly consider it, we can find both good qualities and faults. So vicharile, analyzing, vichara. Tate bhalo kari shloka koroha vichar, kavi kahe, je kahine she vedas, shei vedasar. The Lord concluded, now therefore let us carefully scrutinize this verse. The poet replied, yes, the verse you have recited is perfectly correct. There's a mistake here. It says purport. It's not purport. Yes, so then is going to start. Oh, no, not yet. Okay, let's keep going a little bit. Vyakaraniya tumi nahi pada alankar, tumi ki janibe e kavitverasar. You are an ordinary student of grammar. What do you know about literary embellishment? You cannot review this poem, but do not know anything about it. Whoops. Tumi ki janibe e kavitverasar. So more literally, it would be what can you know, ki janibe, of this, the essence, the sara of this poetry, e kavitver. What can you know? You're just a grammarian. Prabhupada says Keshava Kashmiri first wanted to bluff Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by saying that since he was not an advanced student in literary style, he could not review a verse full of metaphors and literary ornaments. Then he says, Prabhupada says, there's some truth in this. Unless one is a medical man, he cannot criticize a medical man. Unless one is a lawyer, he cannot criticize a lawyer. So he's going to say, okay, I'm not trained that way, but he's going to approach in a different way. Although he was certainly not advanced in a literary career, he had heard from others how to criticize such poetry. And as a shrutidar, one who remembers everything he hears, he could understand the process for such a review. So he was not formally trained, but he could hear from others talking about literary matters, and he could remember. Prabhu Kohen Ataiva Puchye Tomare Vicharya Gunadosha Bhujaha Amare. And taking a humble position, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, because I am not on your level, I have asked you to teach me by explaining the faults and good qualities in your poetry. That's clever. He's saying, yeah, please, you tell me what are the qualities and the faults. And he's saying, no, there's no faults. And this is, again, he's trapped. He's actually drawing it into a trap in this way. Nahi pari alankar koryachi shravan tate shlokedaki bahudu shaguno. Certainly, I have not studied the art of literary embellishment, but I have heard about it from higher circles, koryachi shravan. And thus I can review this verse. Tate, therefore, eshloke daki bahudosha guna. And I'm finding in it many faults and many good qualities. Kavi kahe kahadaki kon guna dosha Prabhu kahen kahi shuni na kari horosha. Oops, again, they made a mistake. The poet said, all right, let me see what good qualities and faults you have found. And the Lord replied, let me speak and please hear me without becoming angry. Kahi shuno na kari horosh. And this we can leave on another cliffhanger. I thought I had shared the screen of that, but now I just realized I didn't. Sorry. Nobody said anything. Oh dear. All right. You're all so patient. So, any of what we read? Yes, Adari Chanika.
Yeah, like you said, it's really interesting how Lord Chaitanya was using psychologization, because the first word he says, now I kind of explain the special qualities and faults in the verse. So immediately he gave this, let's say, negative point of view, like for waiting on him, how he will respond. And then later, then the next thing, what he said, if you will not become angry, but he was more focused on faults. Then he didn't praise him first, like, oh, you did so great, and then said, maybe there are also faults, but he is directly saying this.
Yeah. So he's sort of priming the pump, where he's getting him ready to listen, in effect. Yeah. Audari Chandrika is saying that how psychologically clever Mahaprabhu is. Or we might want to say, if we're a little bit, how to say, from a, dare I say, scholarly perspective, we don't know what was actually said in the conversation.
Yeah.
So we have Krishnadas Kaviraj telling us. And we can take that in one of two ways. One is a devotional way, it's revelation, he's hearing, and there may be something to that. Why not? He's been blessed by the Goswamis of Vrindavan. Or he's doing a bit of creative writing himself based on what he's heard. He's heard from Raghunātha Das Goswami, who heard from Swarup Damodar, who wrote in detail. But that was all later, and this is before he's in Puri. So whether Murari Gupta refers to this in his book, I don't know. Murari Gupta could have been present. We don't know. Right, so what else? I'd like to invite you all to come to the Ratha Yatra. I don't know if anyone's going to be broadcasting it live online, but one second. Next Saturday. Oh, Dira Lalita says there are 87 devotees registered for sanātana. Nice. And Divya Darshini says Ram Avatar and Divya Darshini are coming. And Divya Darshini says Tira Lalita Hala na Peyavodu mi sad is Yuyemo Slushpa Zaha Ratayatra Zove. Which I know she's saying thank you, but not exactly sure.
Thank you for translation. We are shutting off because the previous.
Okay. Yes. So yes, and that's also our sign for now. We're going to sign off a bit early. And Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me, which means may you, Jagannatha Swami, the Lord of the universe, the Lord of the universe, because Nata means Lord and Swami also means Lord. Jagannatha Swami. Nayana Patagami, you who go along the path of Nayana, of the eyes. Bhavatu, let it be so that you go along the path of my eyes, may. Jagannath, Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Bhavatu me, be on the path of my eyes. In other words, let me see you. And it's kind of I don't know, we sing it a lot in the Ratha Yatra, but it's kind of like, well, here I am. I'm making myself visible. What more do you want? That's why I come out of the temple, to make myself visible for everyone. Jagannath Swami, Nayana Patidami, Malatume. All right, already, here I am. Okay, now what about next Saturday may be difficult. We have something else going on. I think it's going to be a busy Saturday. Yeah. So I think we may have a couple of Saturdays of holiday, so to say, because of other things going on. I'm going to be in Switzerland, and we'll see. So I will say thank you all very much. Have a wonderful week. Stay safe, stay sane, and go for a swim. Right? It's hot. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai, Gaur Nande.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Jai Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Jai
Guru Maharaj, Hare Krishna.
Hare Raquel, que te cae. Family. Lito.